No, Amanda. Yeah, not today. Yeah, well, I think we saw enough. I expected that to happen probably. Um, but that's okay. Um, that just gives us a little time to talk about it, gives us an opportunity to talk about more or less what we saw. Um, and yeah, somebody reported it. Gee, I wonder who that might have been. But that's okay. Yes, we got the gist, soul for music. Um, so uh I was really this is something that I very much think about a lot. Um and with my limited, very limited education, um I do think about this stuff, and and I really enjoy thinking about these things. And sorry, one second. Let me get my gotta get my chat here on my other device. Um well, somebody reported it, and YouTube ended the stream because of a copyright. I don't own the rights to that documentary. Technically, I'm not supposed to be playing it. Um, but of course, there's those certain people out there that can't stand the idea of self education, of learning something new, um, and but the thing is when things like that happen, guys, um, we have to keep in mind that uh, we have to keep in mind that you can't stop productive productive thought, and you can't stop productive discussion. You could stop us from watching something together on this thing, sure, but they can't they can't stop us from discussing these things. And the only reason that I wanted to show that to you guys was so you guys get an idea uh, that these aren't crazy thoughts. These are educated individuals who spend their lives working on trying to understand the things that are ununderstandable, for a lack of a better term. So, um, it's pretty fantastic to to think outside the box. And this is a documentary that basically validates there is no box. Um, Thinking outside the box is it's inaccurate. There is no box. There is nothing to limit us. There is nothing to to there's no boundaries to where we can go, uh as thinkers, and as people who can express emotion. um we are uh we are an amazing species. And what's cool is uh what's cool is I don't have to take that video down because I just got an email. So they had to stop it. Yeah, I just got an email. Uh and I got an email from YouTube just now. Um, and I can't collect monetization for it, which I don't give a shit about, to be perfectly honest. But um, it's not a copyright strike, and that's okay. Um, but hey, Irish, thank you very much. Good night. But we are this that was stopped at a really great point right there, where we this thing this these scientists, these very very educated people, were basically confirming the belief that faith that we have, that faith comes from somewhere, that all of us and everything is connected in some way. Robbie had made a comment, and I posted it there. But Robbie had made a comment, an interesting comment, saying, "Well, wait, what? You mean to tell me that all the planets are touching?" Well, yeah, in a way, they are. In a way, um, we're all connected in some way or another. And I think that the best thing for us to do, and the most responsible thing for us to do, is to really focus on that fact, and really focus on that energy that does connect us all in some form or another. Um, and and that's a beautiful thing, and I think that's a very comforting thought. And I think embracing that scientific fact, uh at least it helps me personally. It helps me uh have a sense of empathy. um oh, I don't care. You know what I mean? Look, and I'm not going to focus too much on that. They can make all the videos on me that they want, like I said, and this just that just it reinforces my point. You know, if you feel the need to use me for content, thanks. you know, um, you know that's a step forward for that person. That's a step forward for that person, in my opinion, to use my content, because maybe people will find it more educating. um maybe they'll you know find the upside to the things that I'm saying, and see that what I'm trying to do with my channel. And if she shares my content, maybe it'll show how narrow-minded that those efforts are. And maybe they'll want to learn a little bit more. Maybe they'll want to hear more about more of my perspective, and more perspective from you guys in the chat. So um yeah, uh it's kind of flattering, to be honest. um and Robbie, full of drama, being a obviously a troll account. you know and a troll account, why? It's a troll account because this person has abused their YouTube privileges to an extent that uh is so negative that they are forced to use troll accounts to continue their trolling ways. And it's pathetic, and it's sad. um you know so these kind of things, they don't concern me. They don't concern me at all. You can do that all you want. That's fine. But but I'm not gonna let that person win. So the more that we talk about this person, that's all this person is trying to do. They're trying to get me to talk about her and make my content about her. I'm not doing that. No, Robbie's wasn't used as a troll. This is somebody who has drama with Robbie, and not by Robbie's choice. Robbie's a good dude. Robbie's a really good person with a really good heart, who's also trying to do really good things with his channel. And he has my support 150%. And somebody is just making a troll account, uh in order to, yeah. And C, I'm glad that you're here. I apologize for you being I was unable to read your comment until after I logged off that first time. You were timed out, but it was by accident. My mods had no idea what to expect of everything, and that live was obviously extremely disrupted, and and my mods were just trying to control everything as best as they could, and they didn't know who was who. So I do apologize for you being timed out. It was not intentional, and it was not, most definitely not, malicious. So, and I appreciate you logging back on and joining the chat. You're always welcome here. So, uh, and yes, we are all, I firmly, truly believe that we are all very much connected, uh, in some form or another. There's something that connects us all, and and uh, some choose to call it God, like guys like Robbie, choose to call it God. Um, I choose not to use that term only because I feel like it's easily confused, um, for that entity that we're taught separates us from each other, where it's actually the opposite. So I don't believe that. I believe that we are all connected in some way, and I believe what traditionally is known as God is that thing that does connect us. I think what that thing is that connects us is actually what the history, and the people in history believe to be God. So it's definitely something that connects us and does not separate us. And I believe that there is a scientific explanation for God, most definitely. And I find that to be a very comforting thought. Um, and I completely agree with you, Mojo Joe English. Um, I completely agree with you. Uh, it's the We have to look for these things within ourselves. If we're looking at it somewhere else, if we're looking for these things somewhere else, we're going to keep looking, and we're always going to be lost, and we're always going to be unhappy, and we're always going to be bitter, and and we're going to lose faith because we're not going to see any results. But I do believe that if you look into yourself for peace, and you start working out the things inside yourself, um, nice. um, so I that's what I'm talking about. Like let's use my channel for an example right now. Let's For the best way that I can explain what I'm talking about right now is to use this channel as an example, right? what's the best way to have dealt with this situation, right? The best way to have dealt with the situation. There's one way I could go and start going to war with this person and start back and forthing with her and then what happens? The same thing happens. It just perpetuates and it goes back and forth and it's a never-ending ping pong game. And I'm not doing that. You know, the best way to deal with that situation is to stay focused on this channel. Um, and us as a channel, because you all this channel is not this channel without its subscribers, right? Without its listeners, which is you guys. Without the chat, there's it's not a channel, right? Um, so the best thing to do, the most logical thing to do, the most rational thing to do is to do what? Is to focus, is to focus on this channel, is to focus on what this channel is doing. Between all of us, just stay focused on what we're trying to explore here and what we're trying to do with this channel, because it's not just me what I'm trying to do with this channel. It's what you guys come here for. This channel, it's what you guys come here for. So if we stay focused on that, uh, we're we're gonna grow, right? The channel is gonna grow. As far as, and I don't mean grow as far as getting more subscribers or anything like that. I'm saying we're going to continue to get what we want out of it. It's going to grow in that sense. We're going to always continue to get what we want out of it. Um, that's what I mean by it growing. And so the logical thing to do is just to stay focused on that. And it's working itself out, because look, no matter what, okay, copyright strike, or I didn't even get a copyright strike. I just got uh I they just said, "Hey, you can't play that." You know? And they stopped the live stream. But it doesn't matter. Because the point that I was trying to make by showing that was made. And here we are talking about it, because all I got to do is just log back on, just like that. And guess what? You guys, same amount of people that were in this chat before are in it now. So here we are, all of us, not just me, but all of us focused on the content of this channel. We're still getting what we want to do done, aren't we? Can't be stopped. Right? So yeah, and see, that's okay. um that's okay. Uh we're you know, yeah, I was reported, but I expected that. Um I expected that. Um I promise you, um yeah. See, I promise you guys, I promise you that these things work themselves out. I'm not uh, I my channel is not going to get shut down for trying to do something positive. That's just not going to happen. Uh you know, that's where faith comes in. I that's where faith and gratitude comes in. Uh so um so I I don't worry about these things. This is why you haven't seen me get angry. This is why you haven't seen me lash out. Um this is a for those of you who don't know what this channel is about, and you're just here because you like what I'm doing, there's a purpose behind what I'm doing. I This is, and Starset gets it. Sarset knows where I'm going with this. Uh, the Glare is an acronym, and it stands for gratitude, logic, awareness, acceptance, accountability, rationality, empathy, and resilience. And in these lives that I've streamed tonight, 3 times I've gone on tonight, 3 times, right? The first time I was like, let me get off here. It was a shit show. Um, and it went bad. Why? Because I was focusing on this person. My mods even got on my case about it. Like, man, you're better than this. You don't need to be getting into it with this person. You address this person. You didn't even have to address them. And I did. And they were right. Um, but usually I have a mod do it for me, but it's late and all my mods went to bed. Um, but if I type it out, I'm gonna have to stop talking. um, but um, but I these are things that I absolutely focus on. And actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So please be patient in the chat, and I'm gonna create a banner here. Um, I all of these principles that I've chosen to live by, um, I applied tonight, and it worked out. And it always fucking does. It's the craziest thing. And I stick to it because I it's sorry guys, excuse me for my pauses here because I'm trying to type this out, but I'm creating this banner so I don't have to type it out anymore. My mods don't have to post it. All right. So, yes, this is what the glare stands for. And I believe in this with all my heart because ever since I've adopted these principles and try to apply them in my everyday decision making, it works out. And I'm not trying to push this on anybody. I just simply do this, and I want to share it because it's fucking fun to watch the results, and that's actually happening. Wow, that really happened. Oh man, that's terrible. Um, that's terrible. That happened to Mommy Ramblings. I'm working on that, man. I was recently put in contact with somebody who works for the FBI because that is a federal crime, guys. And uh, and I'm really, really tired of it. I'm really, really tired of these things happening to people who are just trying to run their channel. Um, so all right, hold on. Let me address this real quick, guys. Cluck we all know what Cluck Norris did. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room here. And in Misery's live, I made a comment to him, and I meant it when I said it. And Cluck, uh, we all know what you did. That wasn't the way to go, and I think you already know that that wasn't the way to go. Um, and I think you know more than anything that it was just a dumb decision. I think you just kind of got caught up in the drama a little bit, and I've been there. I actually did that. Hey, look at that! It's Miss Jane. Um, I'm guilty of doing that too, of kind of getting all caught up in a little bit of the drama and taking it a little bit too far. But you took it like super duper far to the point to where people kind of you scared people, and you even scared the people who you were uh trying to maybe impress. um, but the thing is what I want everybody here to understand, though. I want to. I'm not defending what he did by any means, but I am going to give him credit for the fact that he did take responsibility for it. He definitely took accountability for his actions, and he's just trying to make it right. He's trying to convince everyone that that action doesn't define him. And it's a hard thing to do based on what that action was, and I get it. Um, I can't relate to that particular action because I can't see myself ever getting to that point and doing that. Um, but I think that he was more coming from a place where he was just trying to impress people. And he just went about it wrong, and he used extremely poor judgment. But in my on my channel, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Cluck, you got a fresh start here. You got a clean slate, and I want everybody to treat Clucky with some respect, as far as his efforts go. Because I know what it's like to have done something really stupid and then go, fuck, man, I don't want to be defined by that one thing, you know? Um, and I think some of you guys already get that. So, I, you know, give Cluck a shot here to redeem himself. Um, so, and Miss Jane, to answer your question, um, yes, there you go. And C's got it. Um, yes, it's really fucked up what people do. Um, and it's happening to really, really good people. Because whether you agree with mommy ramblings, I've listened to her sometimes and been like, what the fuck is this lady talking about? But at the same time, uh, I I find her kitchen to be very comforting. If you look at her kitchen, it's really nice. And I've talked about this. Um, so I I don't like to see things like that. Whether you agree with what she's saying or not, she seems to be a good person. And one thing that I will give her, and I know Jules of Thought is a subscriber of mine, and she likes my channel, and she's always been extremely respectful in my chat. But I know that the two of them had some shit going on between the two of them, and I kind of observed it a bit. And one thing I'll say is, Mommy Ramblings, the way that she handled that feud was very, very, very I don't want to say professional, because we're not professional. None of us here are professionals in any way whatsoever. We're just people just with opinions, and we express our opinions, and we have this platform to express our opinions, and we try to do it in a responsible way. Most of us try to do it in a responsible way anyway. Um and she, I don't think that uh my point is that something like that happening to somebody like her is definitely not fair. It shouldn't happen to anybody. She seems to be a very, very um overall a very good person. And I can only imagine how terrified she must have been. So I want to go ahead and express my deepest thoughts to her, and sympathies to her for that. That's fucked up, and it makes me mad. Um, And that's the thing, man. And that's the tactic. That right there is the tactic. What Ansi is talking about here. The tactic is you can't shut people up and you can't take away their freedom of speech. So because people don't like what somebody has to say, they um they use this tactic, and they exploit the resources of law enforcement to to hurt people, and they manipulate the resources of law enforcement in order to hurt people, and that shit is not okay, and it's got to fucking stop. And right now, like I said, I'm doing what I can personally, as an individual creator, to try to see what I can get done about it. Um, and yeah, save Robbie. I'm safe. um, and so I'm trying to do everything that I can uh, to and I'm just one guy. I'm just one guy, and I I don't have a lot of resources, but I have a couple. I have a couple, and I've made them aware, and I'm waiting to see what they can do about it. So wait, do I know that she already had bomb threats and they found suspicious things on her ground? The FBI was implicated. Wait, are you misusing the word implicated? Because when you say when I hear the word implicated, that means that the FBI was involved in planning bombs in her so I think I'm thinking maybe, Ansi, that you're misusing that word, possibly, because if the FBI, yeah, because if the FBI was a part of something that is fucked up like that, then we're going to see that on national news. But I don't think that's what you mean. I think you mean that that now they're involved. And let's look at the silver lining in that. Although that's awful, and although that she is probably terrified, and that's terrible, um, if the FBI is involved, then that means that the FBI will hopefully and probably step in and do something about this, and we can continue to do what we do in a peaceful manner, and use this platform in a productive manner, without us being um, disrupted in this awful way. Okay, let's see. She didn't have anything on her property. Somebody called her constantly and then claimed she had pipe bombs that he planted. The police went and searched her home. They showed up unknowingly. Yeah, and we got to be careful with rumors too, guys. This is we're very much involved in a true crime community. You guys are at least subs of Miseries, right? And Miseries is a true crime channel, and although Misery cracks a lot of jokes, and he does things in a very unorthodox way, which I love, by the way, he's very fact driven from what I've seen. So um uh the point I'm trying to make is, if we're a true crime community, and we're trying to, and I'm trying to fight yawning, guys, because it's late, but I apologize if I do yawn. You're not boring me. Hopefully I'm not boring you. But if we're going to be involved in a true crime community, and we're going to, and we have to be fact driven, and we have to understand that rumors can be very, very harmful and dangerous. So we have to be very, very careful. We have to be very careful, uh, as far as the things that we spread around. So if you hear something, try to make sure that it's a fact before you repeat it or spread it somewhere else. Just try to be mindful of that if you can, guys, please. And yeah, let her fucking go live. Who gives a fuck? I mean, the worst thing that you can do, guys, the worst thing that you can do is log on to her channel and give her views to see what she's saying. I can honestly say that I have yet to actually log on to her channel. I have yet to do it. The only time I've ever seen her videos or lives is when somebody else streams it. I don't feed her at all, other than what I've done regrettably on here. So you know she's only as powerful as you make her. That's what YouTube does. That's what we do. We're only as powerful as our subscribers and our listeners. um uh Shipwreck, do you want to come on here? But yeah, she's you know so I'm not real worried about it. uh but yeah, I think what we're all trying to do right now is um I think what many of us are trying to do is just try to um do um positive things with our channels. Most of us are anyway. um and and you have to read between the lines. um I'm recently a big fan of Miseries because because I recently discovered him, but I'm a big fan of what he does because he works under the guise almost of being negative, but he's actually not. They're just jokes. Jokes are very positive. They're fun. There's no hatred in what he's doing, and if he does even the slightest hint of any hatred coming from him is is towards hateful, shitty, negative people. Um, so you know, yeah, Sue Shaw, I don't have any control over that. I don't have any idea why you're hidden there. I mean, you're cool here. You've been very cool here. So I don't know what the story is behind that. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't concern me. Um, you're you're cool here, so that's all I give a shit about. But yeah, see, somebody like that has uh many channels. I mean, that's the thing. You log on to Google and create a channel. That's it. That's all you have to do. It doesn't matter. Um, and then you have people that are going to spread the word and they're going to watch because they got to watch the shit show. And and my channel turned into a shit show that first time I logged on tonight. And to me, it was fucking embarrassing. It was embarrassing to my mods because my mods are original subscribers to me. My mods have been with me since I started, and they've been true believers in what I'm trying to do here. And I was embarrassed for them, especially for Danielle, because Danielle doesn't do any of this stuff. Her channel is fantastic, and she doesn't get in the drama. She is a true crime channel the way that I feel true crime channels should be, the way that many of us hold a standard that true crime channels should be. um and it's not a lot of um high production stuff. It's just very fact driven. And you know so I don't it was embarrassing to me to have her as one of my mods have to put in this work and start blocking people that she didn't even know. She was just fucking, she was just timing people out because they were acting a fool. and you had, uh, Marianne come in here and just disrupt and she threw a fucking temper tantrum in my chat because I had troll channels that actually liked my channel and they were actually being cool and they weren't talking shit about her. They were just participating in my chat. So I'm going to block them because they have troll accounts? No. I'm going to block people, or I'm going to time people out, or I'm going to delete comments if they are trolling in my chat, and they were not trolling in my chat. So I don't play that whole if you're not with me, you're against me bullshit. I don't play that shit. It just doesn't happen here. And by now, anybody should know that. By now, anybody should know that. Yeah, and I appreciate that, Copper Star. Yes, thank you. And I will keep that in mind. I was ready to start giving wrenches out. I was ready to start giving misery wrenches out, just to help my mods out because they just weren't. They're not prepared for stuff like that because that stuff doesn't happen here regularly. It never happens here. They just weren't ready for that. And so I wasn't about to just let it, yeah. And I felt I owed it to you guys to come back on here. Because I felt like everybody was enjoying themselves before that happened. And I was genuine in trying to extend her an opportunity to defend herself here, but she clearly had no interest in doing that. I made a genuine effort. To give her an opportunity to give her a base, to give her a base to build off of, a positive base to build off of. And she pissed on it. She just fucking dropped trowel and took a shit right on it. and all that does is prove everybody right, and that's fucking sad. It's fucking sad. Oh, being there, man. No, thank you. Have a great night. I really appreciate you. No, you didn't do anything wrong at all. You didn't do anything wrong at all. You were fantastic. I'm really, really, honestly, truly grateful for the new friends that I've met through Misery's channel. I'm a big supporter of his right now. I like him for the same reasons that I like Critical Case channel. He has a way of ruffling feathers, and I say it all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it. He follows that rule, man. If I'm not saying something that pisses somebody off, I'm not saying anything worth listening to, man. And he does that, and I really like that about him. So he's got my full support. It's just a fun channel. It just is. It's super fun. No, okay. I'll tell you this. Well, the bigger picture of that, the underlying picture of that ANC is the invisible ink on that is that what she wanted me to go on her channel for was she was using a new account, And what she was doing was hoping to use me, basically leech off me to build subscribers, and to build a subscriber base and to get views. That's all she wanted. And I wasn't about to oblige her. I just wasn't going to do that. Hey, man, no. He needs all. Thank you guys. And if it gets to him, I want to thank him because what he's doing, I think, is really, really important. He is the to me, he's a great example of really exercising your First Amendment rights. And I'm a big fan of people who do that. I don't even need these in anymore because I'm not listening to that movie. But he's a huge fan of uh and he's a huge he exercises his First Amendment right, and he really dances on the line. I like that. He really tests limits, and I think that takes a lot of balls. And I respect creators who have a lot of balls. Yeah, these people are on a fucking rampage, man. So who else was I know Mommy Ramblings was swatted. Was it somebody else breaking the silence? Oh, that's very, very cool. That's very, very cool being there. Okay, so it was Mommy Ramblings. Okay. Yeah, that's fucking rough, man. That really pisses me off. Um, yeah. So if anybody, I think she actually has me blocked. I think she heard about me through somebody else or something, and I think I had words with her through Critical K during my Critical K days. So and that's okay. So if anybody talks to Mommy Ramblings, tell her I sincerely am sending my deepest sympathies out to her. I think it's awful that that happened to her. But yeah, that's fucking terrible. So let me see. Yeah, like she never cusses, MC. Like I noticed that. I remember that's what I'm saying. I was talking about that earlier. She was in this feud with Jules of Thought, and Jules of Thought, as brilliant as I think she is, and that I didn't even see that until one of my mods pointed it out. All I saw was an irrational person who yelled and acted crazy. But the fact is Jules of Thought is very brilliant. She's extremely intelligent, uh, and but when you behave irrationally, again, that was my impression of her. The fact that she was intelligent and brilliant wasn't even a factor to me as far as my perception of her went, which is, her irrationality just blotted all that out. And I watched Mommy Ramblings handling that with anger. She was angry. It was really fascinating to watch. I remember I was watching her, and she was like, she had notes, and she was just like, and she was going off one topic, then another, then another, then another, then another, and she was completely and totally like uh, you know, and she dropped an F. She dropped an F bomb like once, and I felt like I was like, oh my god, you got Mommy Ramleys to cuss? Holy shit! So, and I'm not trying to make fun of her at all. I'm really not. I thought it was the most adorable thing in the world because she was like, she's not the type to do that at all. And she fucking totally did that. And it was just, you could see how angry she was, but she was totally composed. And so yeah, it was pretty wild, man, to see that. Um Jesus, I can't fucking believe that shit, dude. I can't fucking believe that, dude. God, that is infuriating. Fuck. Oh, God, that poor woman, man. She's just trying to do her fucking thing, man. Like, whether you fucking like what she's saying or not, you know? Like, whether you like what she's saying or not, man, what kind of a fucking lowlife are you? What kind of a fucking lowlife are you to pull that shit? Man, I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get made a fucking example of, man, and it's not just gonna be Oni. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen. When it fucking happens, dude. When it fucking happens, we're gonna have a fucking twerk party. It's gonna fucking go down, dude. We're gonna have a big fat fucking twerk party. Bunch of fucking asses shaking in celebration. Telling you right now. Yeah, see, okay, look. The cops went through trauma as well. Yeah. See, that's the thing, is what's gonna fucking happen. This is what these fucking idiots don't understand. These fucking morons don't fucking understand. Um, okay. Yeah, wow. Okay, Emily Rose, you take way too fucking long to respond to an email. I could have used this shit way earlier, you know. I'm just giving you shit. Thanks for the email. Um, but yeah, I will look into this. Emily Rose sent me an email suggesting some content, and I will look into it. I don't know if I'm going to cover it or not, but I will look into it. Absolutely. And I appreciate the email, Emily Rose, if you were listening. Yeah. Yeah, they keep fucking with Cab 7, dude. They keep fucking with Cab 7 and Green Bay Wacky, and those are the nicest dudes in the world, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking people, dude? Yeah, of course she's traumatized. Dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, and like I was saying before, the cops, can you imagine being a cop, being on the job, and your job is to help people? Can you imagine the feeling of feeling used and violated in order to hurt someone else, being used as a tool to hurt an innocent person? Can you fucking imagine what that feels like? Can you imagine? Can you imagine being a kid who dreams of being a police officer? You dream of being a cop and dream of making a difference and doing something good with your life. Can you imagine growing up and going through all of the training and all of the studying and everything that it takes to get to a point to where you are in this position to where you get to help people and do something great. And and then all of a sudden that is minimized. That's minimized into being a tool to hurt someone that somebody doesn't like on the internet. An innocent woman and her family, an innocent man and his family. Talking about Cap 7. Dude, I love Cap 7. I love that dude. He's the nicest dude in the world. Like, it infuriates me to fucking know that somebody's doing this shit to him. And now they're doing it to Mommy Ramblings because they think, what, it's fucking funny? You think it's fucking funny to have cops fucking bust into a house thinking that they're taking down a murderer just to find out that no, yeah, Misery's not doing that shit, dude. Dude, this is the thing. Look, man, Misery's too fucking creative to waste his time doing some shit like that. This is the act of somebody who has no fucking content and no talent and nothing better to do but express their jealousy for people who do have content and are gaining subscribers by good old-fashioned hard work. That's all this is. This is not somebody who fucking puts the time and effort into their channel and holds down a fucking job on top of it. This is not the work of somebody who does this. This is the work of somebody who has nothing better to fucking do with their lives but sit around and think about ways to hurt people. That's all that is. People who sit around making prank calls are people who don't have fucking positive things to do with themselves. They don't have anything to focus on. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many times Misery's reinvented himself. I know that some dipshit fucking sent me a fucking email going, "Oh, before you start being supportive of Misery, you should know this. Check out these clips that I'm sending you." And then I'm looking at these fucking clips and I'm seeing the guy doing what he fucking does. And I'm like, what am I supposed to get out of this? That he's a dick? Okay. Well, maybe he is a dick, but his channel's entertaining. I'm a dick. God, yeah, I know. Um, yeah, that's Lufa. That's fucking awful, man. I think I think it's a group of persons, and see. I do think that it's a group of persons, but I think that they know each other. I think that they know who they are, who each other is. I don't like when it came to Oni. I think Oni did this alone. I think he was part of a group of people that he would have been too ashamed to do this. I think he would have been. I think he would have been too ashamed. Um, and to let someone in on what he was doing. But I think in this case, I think it's a group of little shitheads in their 20s who think it's fucking cute and are doing it to impress each other. That's what I think when it comes to where it's at now. No, Cap 7 knew Oni. I know that much. I can't discuss that much about it, not because I don't feel right doing it necessarily. It's that I don't know that much about it. I wasn't part of that circle. I didn't know Oni. So I can't really express an opinion. All I know about Oni is what has been exposed about him on YouTube. Um, so I don't know uh enough to 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 talk about him as a person besides, you know, being the kind of shitbag that did what he did. Uh, you know, that we were all informed of. So, um, and yeah, Susha, I agree with you. I think right now, I think the best thing to do is show Mommy Ramblings a lot of love and support. Whether you agree with the things that she says or not, this is something very, very important, something that I feel very strongly about that I'm about to say. Regardless of, see, this is the thing that people aren't really understanding. And I'm going to get to that point soon, but I'm going to say what I was going to say, but my head goes all over the place because I'm fucking totally ADHD and I'm not just, I'm not just throwing that term around. I'm clinically ADHD. So bear with me. And when things like this happen, you know, all kinds of thoughts go through my head at the same time. But the thing is, um, regardless of how you feel about what somebody says, they don't deserve this. Um, they are part of this community. This YouTube platform is, whether you like it or not, it is a community. And um, and in a community, we have that in common with each other. We all are connected in that sense. We are all, in the grand scheme of things, technically trying to do the same thing. We have something that we want to say, and we use this platform to say it. And we all have that in common. And it's really funny that I'm saying that because look, darling Nikki is in the house, and I recently heard Nikki talking about this too, and basically saying the same thing. She's saying, I don't understand. I remember hearing her live saying, I don't understand this. I don't understand why can't people understand that we're all part of the same community? Why are people doing this to each other? It makes no sense. And I completely and totally agree with her. We are all part of a community, whether we agree with each other or not, whether we agree with what we're saying with each other or not, it doesn't matter. We're all trying to do something with our channels, and we should all support each other in the sense that we all have the right to do that. This is a beautiful, beautiful tool. This platform is an amazing tool to where we get to do that and express our First Amendment right. You know, it's fantastic, and it's worldwide. You know, that YouTube is worldwide. It's not just an American thing. It's not just an American thing. The reason why we have a First Amendment is because it is acknowledged. That is United States of America's way of acknowledging a basic human right. And when I say basic human right, that is worldwide. That is universal. We should be allowed to speak our minds and express ourselves how we see fit, as long as it doesn't physically hurt someone else. So there is no reason why we shouldn't be allowed to say whatever we want. And we should all support each other's right to do that. And um and and here's the thing though. Here's the ironic part. The ironic part, which was the second point that I was going to make, is these fucking people that are doing this, what they don't seem to understand is they're creating a unity. They're doing the opposite of what they're intending to do. They're creating a unity between all of us. We are all uniting now to focus on one particular problem, which is that motherfucker, whoever they are, swatting people and doxing people. Whoever you are that's doxing, we are focused on that problem. If you are perpetuating the problem of swatting and doxing, we are coming after you. We are coming together. It's not just one person that's sick of your shit. It's all of us that are sick of your shit. So we're all going to get together now. You just created a unity against you. You just did that. So congratulations. Now you created a mob. You created a mob mentality amongst very, very productive and very creative people. Is it sinking in yet? Are you starting to fucking get it? You created a mob made up of very productive and creative people, very tenacious and outspoken people. You just created a mob of those people, and we're all coming after you now. You smell what I'm cooking? So I hope you're enjoying yourself, because it's all going to come to an end real fucking soon. It's all going to come to an end real fucking soon. You are fucking with the wrong people. So well, I mean, you're saying mommy doesn't offend at all. I mean, maybe she does, you know. I could be sitting here talking about fucking you know, Chick-fil-A like I do, and somebody could fucking hate Chick-fil-A for God knows whatever fucking irrational reason that is. That makes no sense. But somebody could fucking hate Chick-fil-A and that could fucking offend them to no end. So, to say that she doesn't offend anybody is kind of ridiculous. But what I'm saying is, my point is, it doesn't matter if she's offending anybody. If she does offend somebody or doesn't offend somebody, who fucking cares? She has the right to say whatever the fuck she wants. She has the right to use her platform however the fuck she sees fit. And she sure as shit doesn't deserve to have fucking cops bust in her door and traumatize her and her entire fucking family. And sure as shit, those cops don't deserve to fucking go clock in on a job and drive around not knowing what the hell to expect of their evening and what they're going to get into, and have to fucking do that to innocent people, thinking that they're going to take down bad guys. That's right, Nikki. Not one person is the authority on who can say what, where, and when. No one has the right to punish others for not behaving up to another standards. That is absolutely fucking right, 150 fucking percent, and I absolutely and totally agree with that. You cannot do that. You do not have the right to tell people what the fuck they can or cannot say. You do not have the right to tell people what they fucking can or cannot do with their channel. You don't get to do that. You are a piece of shit. You are exactly what's wrong with America. You are exactly wrong with society. So you're going down. You've created a coalition against you. That's what you've done. Yeah, and you have to have quite the ego to believe that you have the right to govern anyone. Absolutely. What's funny about that, though, is, you know, that ego is exactly what's biting them in the ass, because guess what? I got an ego. Anybody who has the balls to sit up here and thinks that they have something to say that people want to fucking hear has an ego. So, you just fucking created a mob of fucking egos that now we're all hell bent on catching your ass and making sure, because guess what's gonna happen? Not only once we get you, Not only once we get you are you going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, because not only are you pissing us off, but what do you think those cops think? How do you think cops feel about being used like that? I mean, are you thinking fourth dimensionally here? Because I don't think you are. Because not only are you pissing us off, but you're pissing off the very people that you're using to hurt us. So you're pissing off trained professionals who will fuck you up and fuck your life up. That's what you're doing. So it's not very smart. You're not using the old noodle too well. I promise you that. Yeah, cowards, trolls, cowards. So once you're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, you're gonna be dragged and embarrassed on here by every fucking creator that feels passionately against what you're doing. So I hope you're ready for that shit. I hope you're ready for that shit. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, that's another thing. Let's explore that little nugget of information that ANC dropped. So let's explore that little nugget, right? You're a troll who doesn't have the balls to use your own username, to use your own picture, right? You're a troll who takes on different little usernames and accounts, right? You're a coward, right? What do you think happens to fucking cowards and pussies like you in prison? What do you think happens? Think about that for a minute. Think about that sweet little virgin asshole of yours. Think about that little cowardly asshole of yours sitting in a corner, backed up into a corner, hoping that nobody comes around and smells the fear on you. Because once they smell that fear on you, somebody's mouth is getting fucked. That's gonna happen. That shit's gonna happen. Because the chain of events is gonna take place like this. You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get exposed. Your ass is gonna get dragged through the internet, all the way through the internet, from creator to creator to creator. People are gonna panel and shit talk you and trash you and embarrass you, and then you're gonna go to court and you're gonna get embarrassed in court, in open court, and then you get to go to jail, and then you get to go to prison. And when you go to prison, guess what? It's a sweet little virgin ass, sweet little mouth. That's what's gonna happen to you, dude. What's up, bee stinger? That's what's gonna happen. Cause you're a coward. Cause you're a little fucking bitch. And every single one of us is sick and tired of your shit. Every single one of us is sick and fucking tired of your bullshit. I'd rather be up here talking about something productive. But guess what? This is productive. This is productive. This is me letting you know that you are fucked. Completely and totally fucked. Nobody likes you. And you already hide because you already know nobody likes you. And this is your little fucking bitchy way of fucking uh of hiding and lashing out at everybody who doesn't like you. You know what you are? You're a little you're a little mass shooter that doesn't have the balls to mass shoot anybody. That's what you are. Somebody goes, hey, nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. Why does nobody on the internet like me? Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call the police on them, and I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh because I hurt people. Well, guess what, dude? We're all gonna be laughing at you real soon. I'm already laughing at you. I just don't know who you are yet. But I'm going to find out. We're all going to find out. Every single one of us are going to find out. And you're going to get dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged. Your little crying fit's going to be all over. So I hope you're having fun. Because all you're doing is fueling our fun. All of our fun to come. All of us. All of us. It's gonna be a big fat bukkake. So what's gonna happen? Every single creator is just gonna fucking all over your fucking face. All over your fucking little fucking troll face. That's what everybody's gonna fucking do. So get ready. Get ready. Yeah, they use these little phone apps and everything. But see, all it's gonna take now, all it's gonna take, because think about it, this community, this little tight knit community right here, it's not that big. It's not gonna be hard to narrow this down. Like if I know who Mommy Ramblings is, and I know who Perplexed is, even though I may not converse with them, we all kind of know who each other is, right? We all it's all very intertwined. This community's pretty limited as far as the size of it is. So it's not going to be hard for cyber crimes for a cyber crimes unit of the FBI to investigate and narrow this shit down, because it's somebody in this fucking community. It's somebody. And you're going to get found. And I know you're watching me and you're trying to figure out how to swap me probably now. You're not gonna find out where I live. I'm so off the fucking grid, it's not even funny. You could swap me by, or you could dox me by putting out my past and shit, which I don't give a fuck about. But you're not gonna know where I live. That's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So good luck with that. So I'm just gonna sit up here and taunt you and tell you it's gonna happen. We're coming. We're coming. It will be a matter of time before the FBI cyber crimes unit dips their pen in our ink and starts looking. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. And they're gonna find you. And your little virgin asshole is not gonna be so virgin anymore for very long. Because your ass is gonna go to jail. And nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. And your mommy whose basement you live in isn't gonna fucking bail you out. It's not gonna happen. What's up, Amber Alert? Yes, it is a very, very dangerous game they play. It is a very dangerous game they play because because there's uh you're pissing off a mass amount of people, a mass amount of intelligent, creative people, and it's not going to end well for you, my friend. It's not going to end well for you. I promise you that. Yeah, darling Nikki. Yeah. See, I think it takes the FBI very little time to get user info. The government needs legal process, such as a subpoena, court order, search warrant, to force Google to disclose their information, user information. Um, I mean, yeah, they have to get that stuff, but it's not going to be hard for them to do so because all it's going to take is for the police and law enforcement in these different states to realize that there is a serious problem going on here, and people have already gotten hurt, and what it's going to take is somebody to get seriously hurt. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point. Hopefully, they see that it's a problem and they can avoid somebody seriously getting hurt. And they say, hey, we're done with this. We need to get to the bottom of this. And all it takes is for law enforcement to get to approach the FBI and get the FBI to intervene. And the FBI are very, very fast at getting done what they need done. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. This is a very to them. This is an ant at the bottom of a shoe. These people, they investigate. They investigate terrorism. You understand what I'm saying? This is a joke to them. This is nothing. This is all right, kids. Playtime's over. That's what they're gonna do. Playtime's over, kids. You're done. No more of this shit. And you're gonna go down. That's all you're gonna do. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? What you're doing is you're targeting the true crime community. This is what we do. We get shit done. We collect facts, get shit done. And everybody is pulling their resources together. And all we have to do is just present it to the right branch of law enforcement, and you're going to go down. Dollars to it. Dollars to it. And yes, darling Nikki, you're absolutely right. Globally, because we're this is an international community. It's international. I got fucking at least 2 Australians in my chat right now. I'm not even a big channel. I got 1,200 subs. That's you know. No, a lot of people. I mean, yeah, a lot of people aren't using their own pick, and that's cool. You know, I only say that because of whatever. But the thing is, you know, I see you all the time in these other chats. You're not, you know, it makes sense to have some anonymity. You know, I talk a lot of shit about that, but it makes sense to have some anonymity. Um, and you know, but you could tell a troll by their behavior, and they're fucking everywhere, man. They're fucking everywhere. I mean, for me, it's just, it's just uh it's arbitrary for me to not use my picture in my, for anonymity if I'm sitting here on camera talking, you know. Um well, Bee Stinger, that's already being done. What's funny is there's a cash reward being collected right now. There's a pool for a cash reward developed and being put together that Cab 7 and Green Bay Wacky are coordinating right now. And Cab 7 has a lot of support. He has a lot of people in this community that love him and appreciate what he does with his channel. And so uh you know uh somebody's going to have some information about this, and somebody is going to rat somebody out, and that person is going to be exposed, and then that person is going to be dragged and prosecuted, and that person is going to go to prison, especially if somebody ends up getting hurt. So I mean, I can't believe that they fucking got Mommy Ramblings the way that they did. I mean, I'm only hearing it through hearsay here as far as what actually happened. I mean, obviously I believe what happened. I know I've had multiple people come into my chat telling me that Mommy Ramblings got swatted on a live tonight. So, but the word is that somebody called and said that her husband murdered her and her kids, and and they in a situation like that, they bust in, locked and loaded, not taking any chances. um so so apparently Mommy Ramblings is right now very, very traumatized, and I really hope, um and I don't blame her otherwise, so I don't want to come off like that, but what I really hope to see is that this doesn't scare her to the point to where she stops, because if that happens, these people win. These pieces of shit, these fucking cowards, these trolls, they fucking win if if somebody gets swatted and they shut them up. um and I don't want to see that happen. Yeah, and that's fucking that, of course, of course. um yeah, Amber Alert. Yeah, I mean, what else do you expect from that fucking idiot, dude? you know so I mean, the best thing to do with her at this point, just fucking ignore her. Because the truth is, this is the funny part, is I'm not throwing any accusations out there, but it fits the profile of people like her. I'm not saying she did it. I don't even think it was her, to be honest. I don't even think that she has the audacity to do something like that. um but it's people like her, and I use the term people loosely. It's people like her who don't have any integrity, and don't have uh, any creativity, and they don't have any talent. They just sit around stewing in their bitterness. They sit around stewing in their bitterness and in their jealousy, and in their inner ugliness, and that's what drives them to do these ugly things. That's what drives them they sit there just stewing in all this negativity and all these negative emotions, and these negative emotions that perpetuate hatred, and then they end up lashing out like a fucking coward, like a like a like a school shooter, that kind of ugly pussy fucking bullshit behavior. So, it's not somebody like Misery who actually fucking takes time to create content to and produce a presentation to present that content in a creative way to engage with viewers and listeners and keep them interested. um that's the kind of that's the kind of thing that type of energy goes towards. It doesn't go towards fucking uh 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 I don't like this person, so I'm gonna call the cops and have them bust in their house. Yeah, people with creative minds who have creative aspirations, they don't engage in behavior like this. Fucking shitty fucking people with no fucking talent and no fucking desire to do anything positive engage in this fucking pussy ass coward behavior. Plain and simple. Oh, thanks, Dave Robbie. Appreciate that. Yeah. I like your mohawk though, dude. Bringing it back. I dig it. You rocking it? I meant to tell you that. I never did. Nah, yeah. Nah, Amber's all heart, man. Amber's a lion. Amber's not gonna back down from nobody. That's not her. That's not the kind of spirit that Amber has. Amber doesn't have the kind of spirit that backs down because her actions prove otherwise. The things that she was doxxed for are the very things that prove her tenacity and character. The tenacity in her character. That's not. That's not what. That's not what. That's not the act of a coward. Cowards cowl. They cower and they hide and they say, "Oh, you beat me." That's not what Amber does. Amber's always been a fighter, and so all that shit does is it makes her stronger. That kind of thing makes people like Amber much stronger in a way that people that dox her could never fucking understand. They can never relate to it. They don't know. They don't get it. They don't, that kind of shit that people like Amber's been through, the kind of shit that Robbie's been through, the kind of shit that makes Robbie be the kind of guy that can fucking get up on his channel and put himself out there and say, you know what? What are you going to say about me? What can you possibly say about me that I'm not willing to fucking come out here and tell you? I'll get right in front of that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn how to not be such a fucking coward. That's the kind of spirit that people like Amber and Robbie have. That's the kind of spirit that I gravitate towards and I respect because that's the kind of spirit that I gravitate towards because I respect it. Because I could only aspire to have that kind of spirit. These kind of people can't even fucking sniff their asses. The dogs that they are. They can't even fucking, they're not even worthy of sniffing their asses. So I got no love for that kind of shit. I got no fucking love for you. None. Because you're fucking cowards. Fucking shit on the bottom of my shoe is what you are. Yeah, everybody wishes they could dance like her. That's fucking because Amber's a fucking badass. Yeah, it's fucking hard. And just to make it clear, she is not a pole dancer. Amber is not a pole dancer, and that's not to say there's anything against pole dancing, because yeah, it's fucking hard. Pole dancing's fucking hard. If I can, this is. I can't even imagine being able to do what these women do, man. But what Amber does is, Amber expresses her soul through the movements of her body. Can you do that? Fucking cowards. Do you ever even have the balls to try it? Do you have the balls to stand in front of a group of people and express your soul in a naked way? Nah. Nah, you don't, because you're a fucking coward. Goes through life wishing that you even had the balls to try something. You don't have the balls to even try something. Not only do you don't even have the balls to express yourself in a positive way, because you don't even have the balls to try to face what's positive in you, to even look for it. You're scared of that. You're scared of being judged, and you're too scared to even realize your own vulnerability and embrace your vulnerability. You know how much fucking guts that takes to realize how vulnerable you really are and embrace it? You have any idea how empowering it is once you get there? No, you don't. You don't have any idea what that's like. You don't have any fucking clue what that's like. Wow. Um, Jimmy. Um, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Um, I don't know if you're legit or not, but if you are legit, um, then my deepest thoughts and sympathies go out to you, and and that's very, very comforting to hear, what you're saying. Um, it's very, very comforting to hear what you're saying, because I know that she has a lot of I know she has a lot of followers and a lot of subscribers and a lot of people that support her, and and if that's actually the case, um, and if that's actually the case, um, then then that's very inspiring. And of course, it's very understandable that she does whatever she has to do. And even if she feels the need to even stop what she's doing for whatever her reasons are, I'm sure everybody would support her in that sense. But we really hope that she doesn't. I truly hope that she doesn't stop what she's doing. Um, and yeah, my thoughts and prayers definitely go out to you guys, and I'm very, very sorry that this happened to you. And I promise you that this community is going to be coming together, and we already are, to put a stop to this, because it's gone too far. It's gone too far. It's Yeah. Hey, mommy ramblings. Wow. I'm so sorry this happened to you tonight. Um, I'm I really appreciate you coming on here and 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 uh and addressing the chat. Um, I know this must be very, very hard for you, and I'm really, really sorry that this happened to you. Um, I no pressure. You're more than welcome if you'd like to join me on panel. You're more than welcome to, but I completely understand if that's something that you don't feel comfortable doing right now. But if you'd like a link, I'll be happy to drop one for you, as well as your husband, if you like. But yeah, as you can see, you're getting a lot of support in this chat, and his support is very, very genuine. Um, I can't believe that's so awful that that happened to you. So yeah, I'm just taking a moment here. I just want to highlight all of the love and support that you're getting from my subscribers and listeners. I take a lot of pride in my subscribers because they're very genuine people. That I've found them all to be very, very genuine people and very supportive people. So everything that you hear here is and that you see here is very, very genuine. Yes, of course. Of course, Jimmy. Thank you for joining us for the short time. I do appreciate it. I really, really do. Wow. Jesus. I can't even imagine that. Yeah, yeah. Um nothing doing, Jimmy. It's uh and I mean this with all my heart. It's the very least that we could do is to show our support. Good night, and and I'm really sorry this happened to you. I really hope that you're able to get some sleep and start tomorrow fresh, uh, and not let this affect you too bad. And I know that's easier said than done. But but yeah, I understand. I fully understand, mommy ramblings. If you want to go to bed as well, try to get some sleep. But if you don't feel like you can, you're more than welcome to come on panel with me and express your feelings about this situation and vent or whatever you have to do. Uh, my platform is absolutely yours if you need it. If you have anything that you want to express, and I promise you, everyone in my chat will be very respectful. Um, and okay, absolutely, yes. Um, and yeah, yeah, we really wish you the best tonight. Yeah, reminds me of my mom. My mom would always drink tea to calm her nerves when she was upset. But yeah, you definitely have all of our support here. Yeah, I mean, of course, Jimmy. Um, yeah, you. but yeah, you've got hear from the glare. And the glare is not just me. The glare is my channel, and my channel is my subs and my chat. And so you absolutely have my chat full support and my full support. Jesus Christ, man. That's fucking. Yeah, take your time. Um yeah, take your time. I yeah, I really really when I want to say things like I hope your night gets better, and and I and I and it feels inappropriate because I honestly cannot imagine how you must be feeling tonight. And I don't want to I don't want to underplay your this scenario at all. I don't want to be disrespectful to you in any way whatsoever. But my 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 deepest feelings and heartfelt uh, sympathies go out to you guys tonight and your family. Um, I can only imagine uh, how you and your family must be feeling right now. I can't even imagine, to be honest. All right, guys. I I think I think I went ahead and expressed uh my feelings as colorfully as I possibly could have tonight. Um and Out of respect, uh for Mommy Ramblings and her family, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here, and and do it uh on a peaceful note. Uh because I think right now we could all use a little peace, especially them. So out of respect for them, I want to send that peaceful energy out to them, and wish them a very very uh, peaceful and quiet evening, to where they can collect themselves, and and just put this fucking internet ugliness behind them for the night, at least. Just at least for the night. So um, I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you very very much. Um, and and I appreciate everybody in the chat being very respectful, um, and being very kind, and all of your wonderful comments towards them. Uh, it means a lot, and you guys, I can't express how grateful I am, for you representing this channel the way that you have tonight. Uh, you really, really set an example, and I'm really, really grateful to you guys for that. So thank you very, very much for that. Um, and thank you for all your loving comments towards Mommy Ramblings and Jimmy and their family. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys, and we will be doing this very, very soon again. And we'll be talking very, very soon. And I love you guys a lot. Uh, and Yes, all quiet now. Whole lot of Rosie, all quiet now. Um, so let's like I said, let's let's end this on a peaceful note, guys. That's all it took right there, was to hear from them to get me to calm my shit down. And whoa, Will, let's quiet it down. Kind of crazy how that happens. I am a creature of my environment. I am very, very capable of adaptation. So thank you guys very much. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love. And thank you guys for representing this channel as positively as you have. You guys are the best. We'll be talking soon. Okay, guys? Good night.